In a tear-streaked moment under the blinding lights of a Hollywood stage, Jodie Sweetin faces a roaring crowd and declares, "I will be Stephanie Tanner forever, and I'm okay with that." But behind her brave smile lies a 38-year battle to escape the shadow of a childhood role that both made her a star and chained her to the past. A sitcom star's emotional reckoning. It's 1988, and a pint-sized Jodie Sweetin, with her signature spiral curls and a twinkle in her eye, steps onto the set of Full House. As Stephanie Tanner, she delivers the iconic line, "How rude," a quip that echoes through living rooms across America, cementing her as a pop culture darling. Fast forward to July 13th, 2025, and Sweetin, now a 43-year-old mother, actress, and advocate, drops a bombshell in an exclusive People interview. She's at peace with being Stephanie Tanner forever. This isn't just a nostalgic nod to a beloved sitcom. It's a raw, emotional confession from a woman who's spent nearly 4 decades navigating fame, heartbreak, and redemption. Her words have ignited a firestorm online, with fans and critics clashing over whether she's embracing her legacy or surrendering to it. Why has this moment struck such a nerve? And what does it reveal about the hidden toll of childhood stardom? A Hollywood saga unfolds. The news broke like a thunderclap on a quiet summer morning. On July 13th, 2025, People published Sweetin's candid interview, and the internet erupted like a volcano. "I will be Stephanie Tanner forever," she told the outlet, her voice steady but heavy with the weight of a life lived in the spotlight. "Over the last 20 years, I've come to be really okay with that." For millions of Full House fans, it was a heartwarming love letter to the Tanner family, the fictional clan that raised a generation through laughter and life lessons. But for others, it was a gut punch, a stark reminder of the gilded cage that traps child stars long after the cameras stop rolling. Social media became a battleground. On X, @DailyNudge posted, "Jodie Sweetin opens up about being forever tied to Full House's Stephanie Tanner, sparking a flood of nostalgic reactions. Her 'How rude' is still my go-to when someone steals my parking spot," one fan tweeted, complete with a crying laughing emoji. Another user shared a grainy gif of Stephanie Tanner flipping her hair, captioned, "Jodie, you'll always be our queen." But not everyone was waving pom-poms. @Trip Whitbeck threw gasoline on the fire, posting, headline, "Jodie Sweetin is okay, with forever being associated with *Full House." People magazine. Man facepalming PS. "Now, as for Sweetin, yeah, Full House has funded your life, and you've done nothing else, so." Man shrugging, the cruel jab lit a fuse, with fans rushing to her defense. She starred in Hallmark movies, Lifetime thrillers, and even competed on Dancing with the Stars. "Get your facts straight," one reply snapped. Another user fired back, "Jodie's out here living her truth while you're tweeting from your mom's basement." The media frenzy was relentless. Outlets like the Daily Beast ran headlines screaming, "Jodie Sweetin's shocking truth, life after Full House fame," while Geo News framed it as "Jodie Sweetin unravels her struggle with a sitcom legacy." Pop culture blogs dissected her words, with one commentator gushing, "She's embracing her past with grace. Most stars would kill for that kind of loyalty." But darker corners of the internet, like a Reddit thread on our /popculturechat, painted a bleaker picture. Imagine being 43 and still defined by a role you played at 5. That's not freedom, it's a life sentence. The polarized reactions told a story of their own. Sweetin's journey was both a triumph and a tragedy, a delicate dance between gratitude and the ghosts of her past, the making of a child star. Jodie Sweetin's life reads like a Hollywood script, equal parts inspiring and heartbreaking. Born in Los Angeles in 1982, her early years were marked by turmoil. Adopted by her uncle and his wife after her biological parents were incarcerated, Sweetin found an escape in acting. At just 5, she landed the role of Stephanie Tanner on Full House, a sitcom that became a cultural juggernaut from 1987 to 1995. Her portrayal of the sassy, lovable middle sister won hearts worldwide, but when the show ended, Sweetin was a teenager thrust into a world that only saw her as Stephanie. "I kind of walked away from the business in my late 20s," she told People, her voice tinged with reflection. "I was working in other fields, and I was totally fine." But Hollywood has a way of pulling you back. The 2016 Netflix reboot Fuller House was a game-changer, reprising Stephanie as a vibrant, flawed adult. A DJ with a passion for music and a knack for getting into trouble allowed Sweetin to show the world she'd grown up. "Fuller House gave people permission to see me as an adult," she said, crediting the show with opening doors to diverse roles. From Hallmark's cozy rom-coms like Finding Santa, 2017, and A Cozy Christmas in 2022, to the gritty drama of Lifetime's Dateless to Dangerous, My Son's Secret Life, premiered June 21, 2025, Sweetin has proven she's more than a one-hit wonder. Her podcast, How Rude, Tanneritos, co-hosted with Full House co-star Andrea Barber, keeps fans connected to her journey, blending humor with behind-the-scenes nostalgia. But the road to redemption was paved with pain. In her 2009 memoir Unsweetened, Sweetin laid bare her battle with addiction, which began with alcohol at 14 and spiraled into methamphetamine and cocaine use. One chilling moment stands out. In 2007, she smoked meth in a bathroom before delivering a sobriety speech at Marquette University. "Fuck it," she wrote, capturing the reckless despair of those years. Her recovery, however, is a beacon of hope. Now a mother to daughters Zoe, 17, and Beatrix, 14, and married to Mescal Wasilewski since 2022, Sweetin has rebuilt her life. Her activism, including a 2022 protest against the Roe v. Wade reversal, where she was shoved by police, shows her fighting spirit. "Our activism will continue until our voices are heard," she declared, proving she's a force beyond the screen. Sweetin's not alone in this struggle. She compares herself to child stars like Dakota Fanning, who transitioned to gritty roles in The Runaways, and Jodie Foster, who redefined herself with The Silence of the Lambs. Even Ron Howard, forever tied to The Andy Griffith Show, built a directing empire. It can take time for people to see past those early identities, Sweetin told People, her words echoing a universal truth for former child actors. Her Full House family, Bob Saget, Dave Coulier, and John Stamos, played a crucial role, mentoring her through comedy workshops and encouraging her advocacy. Saget's death in 2022 hit hard, but his advice to keep telling your story still guides her. A victory tinged with sorrow. Let me get real for a moment. Jodie Sweetin's embrace of her Full House legacy is a masterclass in resilience, but it's also a punch to the gut. On one hand, she's turned a childhood role into a nearly 40-year career, a feat that would make most actors green with envy. Her gratitude for fans who fell in love with Stephanie is authentic, and her hustle, from Hallmark movies to podcasts to activism, is nothing short of inspiring.